I didn't see this coming. Y'all ready?
I've watched a lot of interviews with Somalians, and at this point, I'm fairly convinced that they are possibly the most arrogant people who've ever existed on the entire planet. But they're almost a little too arrogant. They say things that just don't naturally roll off the tongue, like this lady.
It feels home. I used to say in 2001, whether you like it or not, we're here to stay. So the sooner you get used to us, the sooner we'll all get along. And, suck it up, just what? We're here. We're Americans just like you.
Okay, for people who don't understand it, Somali or anyone who doesn't understand someone speaking like this, it's called not being humble and not being friendly. Just get used to us. You sound like a selfish bully. I'm here now. What's up? Y'all get used to me. I'm in the door now. Everybody bow down. That's pretty much what she's saying.
And, suck it up. We're here. We're Americans just like.
The sooner you get used to us, the sooner we'll all get along. That's the sort of thing you're told as a kid when you're forced to be around somebody you don't want to be around at all. It's not the sort of thing you say to people whose country is giving you a new home.
Somalis are hated everywhere. And I'm going to just say they're hated by losers, honestly. Because if you hate Somalis, you're literally a loser. Because how can you hate a people that are so creative, that are literally able to create magic from nothing, okay? To create excellence from being stepped on. Still we rise, still we shine. Somalis are the land of the rich, the land of poets, the land of the articulate. Somalis are entrepreneurs, they're creatives. The only people that hate us are the ones that cannot control us, because Somalis will not adapt. We do not adapt. That's true. That's true. We do not assimilate. We show respect to your culture. We will not change ours. We show respect to your country. We will not forget ours. Wherever we go, we bring our culture. We bring our heritage, our religion. Somalis are Muslim, and that does not go with the world today. They want us to be very obedient. They want us to throw religion to, keep the religion in the mosques like they did to the churches. They want us to assimilate. The government should be our religion, our faith. Everything they say, we need to just accept it. Somalis are not like that, and that is why they hate us. And we know that. Somalis know that. So if you hate us as well, then we just look at you like you're very dumb. Actually, you're very dumb. We know why they hate us, because we have a backbone, because we have culture, because we have a personality, we have authenticity. That's why they hate us. And if they don't hate you, then you should be very worried. The way the world is moving today, if you're not hated, then you are the problem. And that's all I can say.
Oh my goodness. Everyone wants to be black now. Right? Everyone wants to be black again, after stating categorically that they weren't black. Thanks to the truth that has been unfolded about the massive fraud. Imagine getting funding for different things and the funds were diverted and not used for the purpose of which it was meant. Imagine a daycare that has been allegedly, not been functional. There's no proof of it being functional. Their secrets have been unfolded, and now everyone wants to align with the black community. Nah, that ain't happening. Nah, that ain't happening at all. I'll show you more videos, and then we come back with more commentaries. Okay, guys, as usual, I give credit to all the original creators of these videos. Now, let's go watch.
Support everyone, and because, people deserve to be here, because we shouldn't be illegal when this is literally stolen land.
Now, obviously, this is a kid, so I'm not going to hold her completely accountable to what she's saying. But what I will say is that she heard that from somewhere, and she's learning this thought process from someone or some group of people. By the way, this is a Somali girl in Minnesota. She said that people deserve to be here. No, they don't. Citizens deserve to be here or have a right to be here. But people that aren't from this country, who aren't living in this country, don't just deserve to be here. But again, she's learning this from somewhere. Not to mention the whole argument about this being stolen land. Essentially, all modern states exist because of conquest, migration, displacement, or even collapse of earlier societies. Even in the Americas, native tribes displaced other native tribes. If prior presidents equals permanent ownership, then no modern nation with their borders today is legitimate. But again, this child is learning this way of thinking from somewhere. And I would be willing to bet money that it's democratic circles or migrant circles, probably both. So no, we need to make sure that people understand you're not entitled to this country. Being in this country or migrating to this country is a privilege.
First things first, I'm actually so shocked that Trump is attacking us. I think Trump should be thanking us in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like Somali Americans, and it's making me sad and it's funny. Like I know Somali people are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota and I leave so inspired. You have Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of, and it's so inspiring to see that what my community could do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be that successful. It should be really applauded. Like, I need Trump to stand up and applaud for us because it's shocking. Literally, my friend just moved to Minnesota and she was telling me how when she gave birth, it was an all Somali staff. Her midwife was Somali. Her doctors were Somali. Her nurses were Somali. Like, that is so beautiful to see and it should be celebrated, okay? Second of all, Trump, you should be thanking my people for giving a random Midwestern state that much clout and money. Like, I don't think, other than Chicago, I think Minnesota is really popping when it comes to tourism because of Somali Americans like me, okay? So you should be thanking us because Minnesota would have been nothing if Somalis didn't move there. Like, if we're being honest, like, we have made that state pop and we have made it beautiful for the rest of the world. So you should thank us, and if you want, you can donate Minnesota to the great country of Somalia. Like, I think it's a nice trade-off. And last but not least, I'm so happy that people are discovering how funny, witty Somali people are. We're very confident. And although Trump said what he had to say, like, I want him to know, Yani, like, it didn't even, like, bother. Like, it didn't do anything to our confidence. We've heard everything you've said before. People always make fun of Somalia, da-da-da. But I still think I'm better than everyone. Like, God has made me Somali Muhammad. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. On top of that, I'm Somali American, broski. Like, I'm winning on both sides. But yeah, it's just nice to see that everyone's realizing Somali people are very funny, very confident. And that's never going to change. It has not changed since colonial days, baby boy. And it's not going to change because somebody right now decided to make fun of us. We're actually winning the war, so. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Just listen to this, y'all.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong and they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government. And the strange things about these childcare centers is there's no one here right now. It's midday on a weekday. If you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working, midday. Children should be in here, and this place is licensed for 99 children, and this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing. And like I said, they literally spelt the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota. The government is complicit with this, and this is just one of the hundreds of child daycare centers here inside of Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population. It's sad that it's happening here in Minnesota, and it stinks that it's happening and it's being labeled on the Somali population. However, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota. $1.9 million for this daycare center that can't even spell learning right.
This world is really getting weird, y'all.
That money in Minnesota that they scammed, you know where it went to? They brought up city blocks in Eastleigh, Nairobi, Kenya. Check this out.
Somali people, you must tell us where you're getting this money. And I can tell you, every street in Eastleigh right now has more than 10 buildings under construction. You will see these buildings covered with nets and under construction and not yet complete, or at least recently completed. Every street. And remember, Eastleigh has 12 streets. First street, second street, all the way to 12. And every street has like 10 high-rise apartments under construction or recently finished construction. Somali people have money. These people have money. I don't know what they do, how they do it. I think they're trying to make Eastleigh a city of its own in Nairobi, man.
He said buildings like blocks of high-rise buildings being constructed. And that video is from 2023. Oh, where did all the money come from? Well, that money came from Minnesota, buddy. That's where all the money went, to buy up city blocks of high-rise apartments and business complexes. You see, they making that into a little Somalia right there in Kenya. That's where majority of the money went.
I don't know if you are as angry as I am. Remember that freeloader guy who has been, tormenting the black Americans, saying, yeah. He's being fed by the taxpayers' money. You guys work, you work 9 to 5, go work, you feed me, I live in a free house, And how can you be so comfortable spending someone else's money? Like, I just can't even, I don't understand. How? See the video of the what's it called? The daycare center, $1.9 million. Where did the money go to? The daycare center is not functional. Nothing. There are no children there. How do you sit down and someone else is providing for you? Man, I work for my money. I don't even depend on one stream of income. I go to work on a daily. I work for my money. Every penny I spend is from work done. And you guys will just sit down and spend taxpayers' money. Like, that's the height of mental laziness. And you're calling other people lazy? I don't get it. To think that you're calling the black Americans lazy. Now, who are the lazy ones here? Anyways, let's hear your comments. Let's hear your feedback. What do you think? Please get to the comment section and let's hear what you have to say. Okay, guys. Once again, I give credit to the creators of the videos I have used here today. Thank you all for joining me on my channel today. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, see ya.